The mining station on Kepler 442b hummed with its usual mechanical rhythm when Adam first heard the distress signal crackling through his communication array. He paused his routine maintenance work on the atmospheric processors, wiping grease from his hands as he listened to the garbled transmission. "This is help. Children. Ship failing." The voice was high-pitched, melodic, and definitely not human. Adam's partner Kinza looked up from her geological survey data, her dark eyes reflecting concern. "That sounded like a distress call," she said, already moving toward the communication console. "Coming from Sector 7, Adam confirmed, his fingers dancing across the controls. "About 15 kilometers north of here. Small vessel. Probably a scout ship." Without hesitation, the two humans grabbed their emergency packs and headed for their all-terrain rover. The red-orange landscape of Kepler 442b stretched endlessly before them, dotted with crystalline formations that caught the alien sun's light like scattered diamonds. 20 minutes later, they crested a rocky ridge and spotted the crashed vessel. It was unlike anything in human design. Organic curves mixed with what appeared to be living metal, steam rising from various ruptures in its hull. Near the wreckage, two small figures huddled together. Adam and Kinza approached cautiously. The beings were clearly children, no taller than human toddlers with pale blue skin that shimmered with an opalescent quality. Their large violet eyes were filled with tears, and they clutched each other with four-fingered hands. "Hey there," Kinza said softly, kneeling to their level. "We're here to help." The children looked up at her with a mixture of fear and hope. One of them, slightly larger than the other, spoke in accented but clear English. "Our ship. Broken. Mama coming. But we scared." Adam quickly assessed the situation. The children appeared uninjured but were clearly in shock. Their ship's life support was failing, and the temperature was dropping rapidly as Kepler 442b's brief day cycle ended. "We need to get them back to the station," he told Kinza. "This cold will kill them in a few hours." But the children resisted, the smaller one pointing frantically at the sky.
Mama coming!"
"We wait!" Kinza exchanged a glance with Adam. They couldn't leave the children here, but they also didn't want to traumatize them further by forcibly separating them from their expected rescue. "How about this?" Adam said, an idea forming. "We'll take you somewhere warm, and when your mama comes, we'll make sure she knows exactly where you are. Deal?" The older child translated quickly in a series of musical tones to her sibling. After a moment, they both nodded. Back at the station, Adam and Kinza worked to make the children comfortable. They discovered the young aliens were from a species called the Zephyrians, peaceful traders who rarely interacted with humans. The children, whose names sounded like wind chimes when pronounced correctly, seemed fascinated by human technology and customs. Kinza showed them how to use the food synthesizer, while Adam rigged a communication beacon that would broadcast their location on multiple frequencies. The children watched everything with wide, curious eyes, occasionally giggling at the humans' clumsy attempts to understand their language. As night fell, the children curled up together on a makeshift bed of thermal blankets. Adam and Kinza took turns keeping watch, monitoring both the communication arrays and their small guests. Dawn brought an unexpected sight. A massive ship descended from the sky, its design even more elaborate than the crashed scout vessel. It landed gracefully near the mining station, and a tall, elegant figure emerged. She was unmistakably the children's mother, the same opalescent skin and violet eyes, but with an air of authority that spoke of high rank. Behind her walked several other Zephyrians in what appeared to be ceremonial robes. The reunion was joyful but brief. After embracing her children and speaking with them in rapid, musical tones, the mother approached Adam and Kinza. "I am Lirelei, High Counselor of the Zephyrian Trade Federation," she said, her voice carrying the same melodic quality as her children's. "You have saved my daughters, Zara and Mira. According to our laws, such an act creates a blood debt that must be honored." "Really? That's not necessary," Kinza began, but Lirelei raised a hand. "It is not a choice," she said firmly. "You risked your lives for strangers. You showed kindness to children not of your species. This is the mark of true civilization." She gestured to one of her companions, who stepped forward carrying an ornate container. "This is a neural interface matrix," Lirelei explained. "It will allow instantaneous translation between your language and ours. But more importantly, It grants you status as honorary citizens of the Zephyrian Federation. Adam and Kinza exchanged puzzled glances. What does that mean exactly? Adam asked. Lorelei smiled, the first truly human-like expression she'd shown. It means that wherever Zephyrian ships travel, and we travel very far indeed, you will be welcomed as family. Our trade routes span 17 star systems, and our knowledge of jump point technology is unmatched. She paused, studying their faces, but perhaps more immediately relevant to your situation here. We've been looking for a species to help us establish mining operations on worlds too harsh for our people. Your resilience and ingenuity would be valuable. The implications hit both humans simultaneously. The Zephyrians were offering them a chance to leave their isolated mining assignment and become part of something vast and extraordinary. All because we helped 2 lost children? Kinza asked, wonder in her voice. All because, Lorelei corrected gently. When faced with strangers in need, you chose compassion over caution. In our experience, such species are rare and precious. As the Zephyrian ship prepared to depart, little Zara ran back to Adam and Kinza, pressing something into their hands, small, crystalline pendants that pulsed with soft light. Friends, she said in careful English. Forever friends. Watching the majestic ship disappear into the alien sky, Adam and Kinza realized their lives had just changed forever. Sometimes the universe rewarded simple human decency in the most unexpected ways. The neural interfaces hummed softly in their minds, already beginning their work, opening doorways to adventures they had never imagined possible.